Previously on SAR Trail, we camped in southern Utah in a dry bed area of Lake Powell. The landscape there is incredibly beautiful, and the wind was equally impressive. Our awning got severely damaged, and with another storm on the way, we decided to head north to Moab, where the weather is much less severe. This drive will have us leaving Utah for Arizona and then back into Utah. For us, overlanding is rarely about the destination, so it's easy to change our plans, even if it means we need to drive a few hours in the opposite direction. We started camping on trails as a family, as a way to get away from the city, away from the busyness of our current lives, and enjoy the simplicity of the outdoors. This was driven by our desire to have better family time and to teach Bailey to be at home in a world that far too few people experience. Our first time camping dispersed was on Jones Pass in Colorado, right at the tree line. It was early September and it hailed and snowed on us. The area was incredibly beautiful, but we were completely unprepared for the cold. We had a 3-season ground tent. Bailey had the only sleeping bag. I didn't bring any warm clothes, and all our firewood was wet. We only stayed there for one night and headed home to avoid what seemed like certain death if we tried to stay through another night. After several years of camping on trails, we are better prepared and better at planning for adverse situations. We still have a lot to learn and plenty of gear improvements to make. Overlanding is not an inexpensive lifestyle, so these improvements can take years. Okay, so we are on the trail in Moab. It was just insanely windy at Glen Canyon, and then cold and rain. We drove through a blizzard to come from, down. You go down through Arizona, then back up into Utah from the Glen Canyon area. There's no road that goes through Glen Canyon because it would be a tremendous undertaking to build a road there. So we took the journey. We are here. It's 51 degrees right now. There is no wind.
And sunshine.
And sunshine. You happy about that, baby?
Yes, I'm happy about both of those things.
We got beat up for four days in the wind, was it?
It was traumatic, I'll say. I mean, the culminating event being our awning ripping off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a lot of days of, and not just a little wind, not like breezy wind, but just crazy wind. Sand everywhere.
Yep. We have some history on this trail. This is the location of our first time 4x4ing in Moab years ago. You saw us get towed off of this trail late one night last year when a worn wire kept blowing fuses to our fuel pump. And we have always wanted to camp in one of the narrow canyons that it passes. So on this trip, we weren't planning to come to Moab, but when you're overlanding, you got to be flexible. When the weather's just working against you, like badly against you, when your gear's getting destroyed, and you can have just enough cell phone service in a couple parts of that trail where we were able to check what the weather was here, what, 5.5 hours north, and here it's nice, no brainer. So we made the trip, went through the blizzard and all of that stuff, and made it up here. But now it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
52 degrees now, back to 51. I spoke too soon. But it's gorgeous. It feels, compared to what we were in, it feels like it's 80 degrees outside. It's really gorgeous. So we can't wait. We're looking for a awesome campsite, something where Bailey can climb on canyon walls and rocks, where we can be very safe from any wind, but currently now there is no wind at all. So
Yeah. Tomorrow's supposed to be even warmer, so.
it's going to be a good couple days here in Moab.
Yeah.
So Bailey, you got enough room back there? There, you can see it. There's, well, all that stuff back there, all that's Bailey's. That's none of that's mine. I had nothing to do with any of that. As I turn into the campsite,
Yes.
let's check and see if there's anything open. Hopefully.
I think we're the only people down here.
We have wanted to camp in this narrow canyon for several years. This has to be one of the best camping spots in all of Moab. This little canyon gets packed in the busy season, but right now, that's not an issue. Join us next Friday and see why we came all the way north to Moab. Our short list of amazing campsites just got a little bit longer.